peace! Police! No peace! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! No peace! No peace! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! No peace! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! No peace! No peace! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! No peace! No peace! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! No peace! No peace! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! No peace! No peace! Drop them off in the library. You do not have to go off campus to do so. We're gonna have them pass. We're gonna have these around. If y'all need one, come to me, come to one of the organizers. You see anybody holding this pamphlet can give you what you need to affect change in our society. And this is not just for the presidential election. Change happens on the local level. And if you're not voting for these local elections, your lives are getting more affected than they are getting affected in the presidential election. It has to start from the bottom before you go up from the top. So y'all need to start voting. I want to see y'all in the polls, all right?
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Say his name!
George Floyd!
Say his name!
George Floyd!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
Black Lives Matter!
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 All right, so we about to move to Oscar Richie. If y'all could wait for me to get over here. Oh, we already at. Not bad. We're about to move to the rock. Okay. Not bad. Not great. Y'all know where we about to go. So we're about to go to the rock. And y'all can let me get to the front. We're gonna lead this out to the rock. We're gonna have a couple people more speak. We're gonna have some people from the community talk to us about how they're feeling. Have a little music, a little chill time in the community. So let's get moving.
But it's not organized.
Don't shoot! 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 Don't shoot!
Y'all can circle around. I know that all y'all back there, there's a whole bunch of other space over here.
To take specifically this, I'm an integrated social studies major. That means I'm going to be teaching 7 through 12 social studies. And I want to take what I have right now and what I see and what I'm surrounded with and bring that to the next generation to tell them what I was a part of. Tell them every single strong male, female, LGBTQ, non-binary person in this crowd is making history. And I am so proud to be a part of that. So thank you.
How's everyone doing today, man? We good? We good? We feeling empowered? And you should. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful. Y'all should all give yourselves a pat on the back. We, right now, and ever since what went down in Minneapolis, we are creating a new norm. We are stripping those who use their power to oppress us for so long of the notion that they can formally let it slide. And this is my first time ever doing this. I'm gonna be ad-libbing, I apologize. But we're taking a stand and saying we are not, part of my language, we are not taking this shit no more. Not any of it. We will be out here when it happens. You see it over the TV, you see it with the NBA. We almost lost the sport because these cops thought they could get away with it one more time. And yet, here we are, things are going, and we continue to make change. And I commend the people who set this up and how bold it was to even challenge the people around us, the people who got us here, because they're still not integrating their power as they should. I don't know the Todd guy's name yet. I'm a first year student, but
You don't need
that dude should be like right here, from what I know. But you know, not everybody is gonna take justice sitting down. But what they can't do, what they won't do, at such a high volume is take us out. But you know what they will do? They're gonna whine. They're going to call upon red herring fallacy, make comparisons to things that have no correlation, make it about black on black crime, the murder of that white kid Cannon, when the problem was that the killer of that kid, he got arrested that night. Breonna Taylor's killers are still out there. And yet, the media that was finally doing this part for our people and our allies was claimed for being biased, for addressing a situation that reached the goal that we've been striving for literal months in one night. So there are many different things that you've probably seen it on social media. All of these diversions, like what about this, what about black on black crime? And sometimes they'll get bold enough to kind of diminish the work done. Well, I've seen that here, but no names. And to me, and I have concocted a theory as to why. And I'll start with a question. Within your own community, raise your hand if you've ever seen a popular kid who hated black people. Well, that's a lot more than I expected. I was so fortunate as to not come across such things. But the way that I have seen it, and I feel sorry for all of you. I'm sorry you had to deal with that, I'm sure. Sorry. That kind of throws me off. The way that I've seen it, it's coming from a lot of people who, in more facets than their measures of priority, are pretty disagreeable. They might be, most of the time they're pretty insecure. May not be charismatic. I'm not gonna might be busted. We're gonna keep it 100 with y'all. But a lot of these people, they fall back on defending the systemic racism that we have kind of tanked for so long. They'll, I brought back the red herring fallacy about black on black crime and the Cannon, I don't know his last name, may he rest in peace. But for a lot of these kids, if the systemic racism won't stand, which it won't, because we're here and we're going to continue to be here, what do they have? what do they have going for them? This is the first taste. This is the only taste that a lot of these ops, we'll call them, for lack of a better word, have the only real taste of power that they'll probably ever see. So they're gonna cling on that for dear life. But the thing that sets us apart is we are creating new life and new system. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Drake Wortman. I serve as the Chief of Staff for Undergraduate Student Government alongside your kick-ass Student Body President, Tiara Moore. And I just came up here to say, look around, do you see Todd Daikin?
No.
Bullshit. If he wants to send emails and act like he cares, where is his actions? Why is he not here? And I'm here to tell you guys that undergraduate student government is on your side. We are full of allies. We're working adamantly to work for you all and be here for you all. And that's all I have to say today, but I do think it's bullshit that Todd Daikin's not here.
Hi guys, like Drake said, my name is Tiara Moore and I'm the president of the Undergraduate Student Government. As if a black woman, I feel unsafe on this campus this time. I cannot expect any other black students on this campus to feel safe, because I know as student body president, I have a privilege that you all, don't necessarily have. Like, I can go meet with Todd, and if he can sit there and tell me these things and I still don't feel safe, then I don't know how he expects any of you all to feel safe. So like Drake said, just know that we are just as upset as you guys about the situation. It's ridiculous that this administration has continued to not take action on this. I know they're working on it, but I want to see stuff happening faster, and I need to see more transparency on these actions. In the undergraduate student government, we are working with them to get these actions happening in a timely manner, and we are also working on the state level with our state representatives to bring the issue of hate speech to the state of Ohio, because this is not only an issue on our campus, it's an issue at Kent State Stark, it's an issue at on all of our college campuses, and we need to be the ones speaking up on it, because nobody else is if we don't. And I just want to thank you guys for coming today, because this just shows me that more needs to be done on this. And with your support as fellow students, I know we can get it done. So thank you.
You were supposed to go last. We're our president. But anyways, I'm Chaz. For those who don't know, I am your Senator for Diversity for USG. So, hello. As Sierra and Drake said, we are working tirelessly for y'all. Typically, we don't start to the fall. When we got sworn in April, it was on and popping right away. So just going back to what she said, we're angry, we're mad, we're emotional, especially for our black brothers and sisters. We have every right to be feeling how we're feeling. Don't hold that back. But what I will say, we have to carry that same energy into these public town hall meetings and these public meetings that us, USG, and Black United students are hosting for y'all. We have President Daikin in our meetings. We have Dr. Hilton in our meetings. We have every administration in our meeting for every single one of us. Last night we had a town hall, right? Daikin wasn't there. We cool on him. But anyways, we had other administration there, right? For those who were there, I wasn't holding back. I was confronting them. I was pressing our admin. Why? Because that is our job as students. You don't need a title to be a leader. I might be your Senator for Diversity, but that doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, I'm black. I'm black first. That's what they see first. That's what they gonna get first. We need to carry this same energy to our administration when the opportunity arises. I know y'all don't like checking y'all emails, but we all social media savvy, right? Y'all need to be following Black United students. Y'all need to be following USG. Y'all need to be following our Greek organizations. We are posting these opportunities to confront our administration and check ourselves for real too. Again, if y'all think us as student leaders should be doing more, tell us. We are all ears. We are all ears. Leaders, we're not perfect. We're not perfect. We're learning how to do this along with y'all. There's no blueprint on how to address racism. No, not at all. Because at the same time as we're trying to address racism, we are grieving as black people. We are processing what's happening to us on the daily, and it hurts. It hurts. And I say that to say, we have to acknowledge the past to address the present to protect the future. Let that sit with you. I'm going to say it one more time. We have to acknowledge the past to address the present, what we're living right now, to protect our future. Homeboy was talking about protecting our generations. In case y'all didn't know, we have generational trauma as black people. We do not have generational wealth as our allies do. And y'all need to recognize that and help us. Use your privilege to help us get that together. And when I say acknowledge the past, I'm tired of people not addressing slavery. It was there. That's how we got here. I'm a major in Pan-African studies. I study this every day. Africans were brought here as slaves. Not slaves brought here. They were Africans first. Quote by Babu Kanta. Listen, we have to look to our ancestors, what was done to us. We have to acknowledge that. If we don't acknowledge what happened historically, how the hell are we supposed to protect our future? We cannot, I forgot who said it. To be honest, I forgot who said it, but not knowing your history is like a tree without roots. And what happens to a tree without roots?
It don't grow.
It's gonna fall over, regardless. And that's what black and white people, we keep telling y'all, you know, it's not 100% our job to educate you. No, no, we're learning too. It's not our job to 100% educate y'all. So when we do provide the resources, y'all gotta take it upon yourselves to utilize it. Y'all can ask us questions, but I'm not about to sit here and act like a manual and teach y'all step 1, step 10. That's not what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna do that. So again, look back into our history. Where did this racism, this ingrained racism in our system, it's not just the school, it's not just our prisons. It's a system in every single facility that we touch. All these spaces aren't our spaces. Why? We need to be asking these questions. Why? Where did it originate from? So again, what do we have to do? Acknowledge the past to address the present and protect our future. Thank you.
Jazz just took us to church, man. Is anybody else that wants to speak?
Not woke until the killing of George Floyd, because I grew up in an area where I lived next to a white gay couple, and one of them was a police. They were so nice to us, so I was never scared of the police. I moved to Georgia. I graduated from a school that was mostly blacks and Mexicans. And what's crazy to me is when the killing of George Floyd happened, that's when I learned about Juneteenth. There's no reason that I should have never learned about that in school, because they don't teach us everything that we're supposed to know. So that's one thing that broke my heart, because I'm over here celebrating July 4th when that's not when we really became free. I should have been celebrating Juneteenth a long time ago. I should have known about it when I was younger too. There's no reason why I shouldn't have learned about it now. But I know about it now, so it's like,
Hello everyone, my name is Nadia Harris. I am a journalism student and a minor in photojournalism. I came to say my piece and to spread peace. So just as Martin Luther King stepped out on that day with sincerity in his voice, just like a gentleman thought to bring a piece of sorts, a gun of sorts, to a peaceful protest. Just like that, I'm hoping to make a step in this movement. I believe wholesomely in it from deep within my heart, and I know that we can all do better. Where does that start? What do we do? Educate yourself. Ask questions. Get to know the stories around you, the stories happening every day, that is which we go through. The powerful stories creating change, a ripple in this world. Stories bring us together and bring forth unity. So let's recognize that as we move forward in our actions against this pain brought upon a group of people. Not a race, not a color or a shade of skin, but a group of people. At the end of the day, individuals who matter, individuals with hearts and families. And you know, I recognize the people who stepped up, no matter the shade of your skin. A guy who, I think he had a skateboard or some, like a backpack on his back, when he came and stepped in and lost his life at that protest trying to stop an oppressor, we can call it. Someone who had a voice, privilege. There are so many ways you can go about this. And stepped up and thought, the best way to make his step in this world was to bring forth a gun and recognize the right to bear arms, and bring forth that to a peaceful protest. What are you going to bring forth? How are you going to make your difference in this movement? As a lot of my brothers and sisters have said, speak your piece, participate in movements like this. I love to see it, that we have brought people from different colleges and all sorts of backgrounds, races, and just individuals with so much beauty, so much inside of them that must come out, that must be made heard. You shall not silence us. We will forever have this shade of skin. And whether you're just looking at it or listening to it, we hope you hear us. We come from a sincere place. MLK did it maybe not because he was comfortable with it, but because he knew the change needed to be made. He had a truth to be shared, one so deep-rooted. I encourage you maybe to listen to this again, the speech in which he brought forth to this world. I encourage you to educate yourself through social media. We all have them. It's something cool. Can it be cool to participate, to support, to shed light, to spread peace in this world? Can that be cool? I have a lot of love and peace in my heart, but lately, a lot of pain, a lot of regret. And you know what, I'm gonna just have a piece of silence real quick right now for myself, for all those suffering with me. No matter your background, whether you are LGBTQ, however that looks like for you all. I know there's suffering, continuing to this day, but I pray that we make a difference. MLK didn't need to have amplified microphones. All he needed was a voice and some ears to hear him. I really hope, that has been transformative in your lives, or I hope it can be. I'm so hopeful for what is to come for, Black lives and this movement, this shift in our world. Stories bring us together. And I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. I'm emotional with the stories that I see in my timeline, with the stories that are coming up, social profiling, whatever it looks like, because it comes in all forms. We are suffering. Your peers, your family, those you know, can be a part of the solution. Peace upon this earth. A change for this systematic racism. Can we implement new systems? Can we rock the world? Can we build communities as we are doing here today at Kent State University? This is the most proud moment that I have thus far at this university, with how it's brought all of you out here today and together for it's just an amazing, a very strong movement that is happening, whether, there's backlash and comments and hate. I'm hopeful for a better future for us all. Because unity, that's what that looks like. Unity, peace, understanding. We want you to hear us. Not just read the post. We want you to hear us. And so I just encourage that. And God bless you all. Thank you very much.
All right, so